What's up, everybody? The last time we made a video on Cedar was a couple weeks ago. It was a hefty time ago. And I'm just coming back with another video to update everybody on what has transpired. So of every individual that voted, 91.04% voted for this proposal. This means that the vote was not only reflective of the holders in proportion to their holdings, but also on individual basis. What is the vote that they're referring to? They're referring to this vote of CedarDAO's 100% ownership of Atlas Wallet. This will simultaneously create an attractive environment that allows Atlas to raise the funding needed to scale and compete with multi-billion-dollar industry leaders. We encourage you to read the full proposal, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I want to make sure that we get this information out to you guys, or that I rather, because I'm not a part of the team, but I'd rather get this information out to you guys so you guys can be aware. So CedarDAO will allocate $1.2 million from its treasury to Wallet Enterprises Ltd. to support operations and expansion. Explanation: the vast majority of CedarDAO's current expenditures are allocated to the development and operations of Atlas Wallet, the flagship product of Wallet Enterprises Ltd. I almost thought that said Wayne Enterprises. By officially transferring, and I actually want to fix my screen for a second so y'all can see something. There you go. So y'all can see the voting. By officially transferring this funding to Wallet Enterprises Ltd., we ensure that Atlas Wallet has a clear, stable financial foundation, making it a viable business that is attractive to capital investors, venture capital investors. CedarDAO will still retain substantial and adequate funding and will continue to generate independent revenue through liquidity pool farming of the token. This revenue will be split between covering operational expenses and holder rewards, ensuring that the DAO remains financially stable. Creation of the legal entity for CedarDAO is also a focus in this vote. An appropriate legal entity, trust, foundation, SPV, will be established to formally represent CedarDAO's economic interests in Wallet Enterprises, and also building that structure of this entity that will be determined based on legal counsel to ensure compliance and effective representation. For the explanation, I'll have you guys read that part because this is hefty, and I want to make sure that I'm not having this video too long for many people. The next thing they talk about is the transfer of ownership to CedarDAO's legal entity. So once the legal entity is established, 100% of the existing share capital of Wallet Enterprises Ltd. will be converted to Class B non-voting shares. Their shares will be transferred to newly created legal entity representing CedarDAO. By the way, it just came to my mind. For those who are wondering, hey, who holds these votes, and what even decides how much voting power you have? It's based off the EGC and the EverGrow tokens that you have in your wallet. And for the explanation for this section right here of the transfer of ownership to CedarDAO, I will read over a bit of it, a small portion of this, but I will not read over the whole thing. I want you guys to read over the whole thing so I can keep this video moving and grooving. But some things I'll highlight are some sentences that they have concocted in this explanation. Currently, the shares ownership of Wallet Enterprises Ltd. are held privately. This proposal will convert those shares into a new type of share called Class B, which means they will not have voting rights or control over company decisions. I'm going to skip this line and move over to this part that is bolded. The decision to create non-voting shares is essential to ensuring that Wallet Enterprises Ltd. is attractive to venture capital investors. It would be very unlikely for any VC to invest in a company where major governance decisions are controlled by a decentralized crypto community. So now, going down a little bit, understanding those implications that have been stated, Cedar's token holders acknowledge that this proposal is designed to enable Wallet Enterprises Ltd, the owner of Atlas Wallet, to accelerate its growth and development, establish a board of directors (BOD), and also secure external funding through fundraising rounds. The Wallet Enterprises Ltd, I'm gonna call them WE, needs to expand and bring in more investment to scale up its operation to become competitive in a highly funded and fast-moving industry. I'm gonna leave the rest to you guys for you guys to read, but this proposal, what I will read is this proposal allows the community to grow without DAO members being involved in day-to-day decisions. Now, moving forward, token holders voting in favor of this proposal understand that this is for future fundraising rounds to come into the future, equity incentives for the BOD, and stock-based compensation for employees and key stakeholders. This is in regards to the CedarDAO's ownership percentage and Wallet Enterprises Ltd, or WE, that will be likely diluted over time due to not this part that is not limited. For the explanation, CedarDAO will initially own 100% of WE's shares, but over time, new investors, staff, and directors will receive the shares. This will reduce CedarDAO's percentage ownership, but this is a normal part of business growth. By allowing dilution, the company can raise more money, attract top talent, and expand more effectively. By voting to approve this proposal, CedarDAO members acknowledge that it serves two key purposes: formalizing CedarDAO's legal ownership of Wallet Enterprises Ltd, and also positioning the company for rapid growth and higher returns. While CedarDAO will initially own 100% of the company, members understand that the best path forward will likely involve dilution of this ownership as new investors and employees acquire stakes, fueling expansion, increasing the value, and ultimately benefiting all the holders. So again, this vote received 97% of the people's votes, and 3% was against this vote. But again, 97% is it's just crazy. It's not bad crazy, it's just like crazy that's what happened. And the team wanted to thank us for voting and for once again giving a clear mandate, for giving us a clear mandate for the path forward. And this is a big moment for Cedar holders, who will become the first community in DeFi history to have legally recognized ownership of real-world assets seeking VC investment for accelerated growth. They go on to answer a couple questions by different individuals in the community. One question being that, can CedarDAO simply and respectfully explain to me just how my locked, formerly EGC tokens are linked to Atlas Wallet? And by that I mean, is the development of one holding back the release of the other? Cedar holders, this is the Cedar's team response. Cedar holders as a collective own 100% of Atlas Wallet. And if you own 1% of Cedar, you own 1% of Atlas. The next steps we are taking is to ratify that legally, which will be a first in DeFi, whereby as holders you have legally recognized beneficial ownership of Atlas Wallet. And then the next question that was asked is, okay, this wasn't a question asked, but I just said of every individual that voted, 91% voted for this proposal, and so on and so forth. This means that the vote not only reflected, So we read that earlier. Okay, I thought they answered another question, but they did not. In other news, there was Solana had his birthday. Happy birthday to Solana. And there's also a wallet, there's a wallet to donate to Steve, because EverGrowSteve, for those who are not familiar. Came down with a terminal illness. So we're praying for him. I don't want to make this video about me, or make this part of the video about me. Care for the brother a lot. Sucks to hear this is happening to him, and I'll be doing my best to support him and his wife as they go throughout this this journey. Yeah. So this is the wallet. I didn't even. Yeah, this is the wallet. I'll have you guys read this on the screen. Let's just have a moment of silence, real quickly, please. Thank y'all. I know that's not professional of me to do, especially on a video where I'm not on the camera. But we're human. We're all human, and we have to acknowledge other humans. We have to acknowledge too that we appreciate everything Steve has done for the EverGrow and Cedar community. He's been actively, or he was actively making, like, he was fighting what he had going on, and was like having AMAs, having weekly community chats for everybody to join in on the conversation, or to join conversations and talk about things that were going on and things of that nature. He's still retweeting the things that are going on, and he's been a massive member for the EGC and Cedar community, and can't thank him enough for everything he's done. And I'm praying deeply for you, Steve. Hope you not even know that. Hope that you are doing good, brother. Love you all. Please stay safe. Know you're loved, and know that I am praying for every last one of you guys. Love you all. Stay blessed. Stay called by who you're called. I'm called by Christ. I will stay called by Christ and do what I need to do and be who I need to be as a believer, and be praying for everybody who is dealing with anything. Love you all. Peace.